What's happening, people? Population Nation here. Now, I watched Transformers 1. I watched it last night, and then I watched it a few weeks ago, and it made me think two things. One, I started off the beginning of the film, this seems alright, I'll give it a go. But as it progressed, I started liking it less and less and less. And two things came to my mind was, one, and this seems to be happening with a lot of our old and popular franchises, is they're making a lot of prequels or spin-offs, and for starters, they're just not as good as the original. And it's like my generation, I'm closer to 50 than 40, when I grew up as a child, stuff like you saw Star Wars for the first time. Oh, amazing! The characters. Terminator, fantastic. I even really like RoboCop 2. And then in terms of cartoons, you had the Terrorhawks and Thundercats and all that business, and we really enjoyed these things and followed them through the years. And I think other than Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, every other franchise really has been some sort of, I don't know, it's like they dumbed it down for grown adults like me that, perfect example, that Fire and Space and The Acolyte, as men, as grown men, we know that shouldn't happen. Star Trek Diversity, how the command structure on the crew just doesn't make any sense, And then the other thing they like to do is go back and retcon things and add things in or change things, and for a more younger audience. But they're losing both. I was watching this and I was thinking, it's doing my head in. By the end of it was the primes were supposed to be some revered, Primus created the first primes to help him fight against Unicron, and then the war started, with the Decepticons, and it got on for eons and blah blah blah. And I do know that from the cartoons, because I remember watching the cartoons and I had some of the little figures. I remember my older brother, really good actually, my older brother, every birthday and Christmas he used to buy me a little something, and he was really good at choosing me presents. I remember he got me the Dinobots that you could wind up and the and that but that's the other thing as well with the toys, the advertising, or bringing out a trailer to a movie that's a prequel of an existing franchise, and they're bringing out a toy collection before the movie even aired. And it's like, well, the adults aren't really interested because we know it's going to probably be crap or retcon, or they're going to dumb it down or do something stupid, or DEI, LGBTQ talk work, which they make a lot of noise, but there are actually so few of them that are into it and support it, and it's like, and the kids aren't liking it either. I mean, it's a different world out there. We haven't got linear TV where, you'd wait till Christmas and you get a TV guide and look at the movies and watch these, and, or you'd see the adverts and that, and I really want that, and I really want that, and you'd talk to your mates and they liked it and really want it. And now it's because of YouTube and or TikTok and that, they're not really into the stuff, and they think it's lame anyway because the 40, 50 old parents are going off it, and it's like this sort of middle ground of nothingness. And I found myself watching it and I was thinking, I don't like this retconning they're doing. Changing Optimus into Orion Pax. So now I know they did that in Transformers Prime, but that was actually an alright animated series. Like, but in this they've got he's D12 or D16, and he looked up to Megatronus Prime, and they're just mining bots, and they get to the surface and they find out that it's all a lie. Sentinel Prime's been lying to them all. He actually betrayed the original Primes and killed them to get the matrix of leadership, but that disintegrated and didn't work. And these other, I can't remember what they called them, but these other aliens that they were fighting against, Sentinel, betrayed his kind for them, just so he could rule the underground of a bunch of miners, instead of helping the Primes win and save Cybertron and live happily ever after. It was like they completely retconned it and they ruined all the characters at the same time. And another thing, I had somebody mention it the other day on a podcast, they've got to stop using famous actors as voice actors. I'm not sure, but it sounded like Chris Hemsworth, and there was a couple of them, and I didn't like it. Now I know the guy who did the voice for Optimus is no longer. I don't know if he's dead or he's just retired. He can't do it anymore. Like and stuff. But you got someone who sounded nothing like him. And like I say, there was a few famous voices that I recognised that also is ruining it, and they're doing that in a lot of these animated things as well. And it's taking you out of the actual story. And all I can say is, I'm not surprised it bombed. I'm not surprised a lot of grown men didn't want to go and see it, and I'm surprised a lot of grown men didn't take their children to go and see it. Not that the children would probably be interested in going with the fathers to watch something that they now consider lame, because it's all old stuff now. They're not. They could have made a really good movie about robots that can transform or do all these amazing things that isn't just a rehash of the Transformers that they've been rehashing for the last 40 years now. Anyway, people, thanks for listening. Please give us a like, and I would be very happy if you could hit that subscribe button. It's a free thing, put a smile on my face, and as always, have a great day.